Hello, this is Transformers fan G138, and I'm here with a video review of Transformers Generations / Age of Extinction / whatever you want to call this, Evolution 2-pack Classics Optimus Prime. Basically, it's just a classic Optimus Prime with a nice, really cool repaint. So, basically, you got this nice truck mode. Based on the 2006 classic mold. Right off, some of the notable features are the nice straight line paint app, also the chrome bumper and the chrome grille. Nicely painted wheel rims, and these cool little blue and silver paint apps on the back of the truck mode here. The smokestacks are black. It would have been nice if they painted these silver too, but oh well. What can be done? Headlights are nice and painted, and clear windows. Yeah! Most notably, we can compare this with, of course, one I did not grab. We can compare this with the Henkei Classics Optimus Prime. So, this is the Japanese version. This is the second release of it, so it does see a little different. Oh my gosh, that is dusty. Basically, this sits on my G3 Fans Project trailer, so I tend to dust the rest of it, but I missed this section. Alright, here we go. So, basically, we have the cab, and most notable difference are the paint apps. This one actually does a better job matching the paint and the plastic color, unlike the Japanese version, which used the US paint with the Japanese plastic. And that color just shifted. There we go. And we got the silver paint apps up here, plus the silver gun smokestack things, which don't look as good from the front. It would have been nice if they painted the inside. But we're not here reviewing this guy. We're here reviewing this guy. Another awesome adaptation for the paint are the side panels here on the truck. One side is painted a little bit better than the other. This one, there's a lot of bleed through. This one is definitely more red. But they actually painted these flaps. These normally fold back in robot mode like this. But in vehicle mode, where they would normally be here, they painted them up. And the whole reason behind this is the representation of the 84 character. So we can actually throw him next to the one of my re-releases of the 84 character. So we have the stripe, the chrome grille, and the red all the way to the bottom, which is fantastic. I love that they pulled this off. Put this guy back over here. Now, he does come in a 2-pack. He actually comes with a exclusive paint job version of Evasion Prime, and I'll get to him in his own review. But this is the whole reason I bought the set. So, transformation time, I guess. Highly like the vehicle mode. Very G1 Classics-y. So I'm actually debating whether to, which one of these to put with my G3 trailer. The one that looks more Classics-y, or the Japanese version, which has I gotta look at which one's better in robot mode next. This might be vehicle mode Prime. I don't know yet. Anyway, so for transformation, let's start by popping the smokestacks off, pulling these two panels down, and then folding it over on itself, forming his double barrel laser cannon. Now, if you want to, I sometimes do and sometimes don't, these inside portions fold out and fold up, and you get a thicker looking gun. Depends on your tastes. And then I like to pull this off. But notice this joint here is very loose compared to every other version of the mold iron, but it's not that bad in either mode. So I'll take this and we'll bend it down on both sides, flip this out, this locks into place, and then we flip this out. And this forms as ion cannon, or what Hasbro passes off as an ion cannon. They actually use 2 different colored plastics on here, which is neat. They didn't mix them on the outside, but it is kind of gives a cool two-tone look to it. So now we're here. Start by folding these panels back, pushing these up, forming the feet, and we'll bend the whole assembly down. Next, I will adjust the camera, and we'll come up front and separate these. Next, at the same time as we pull this arm out, we'll rotate this part back and down, and then we'll flip the hand out while we're here. And I'll just bring these out to the side. Do the same on the other side. Next, we'll grab this, pull it down. At this stage, we'll bring up the head, rotate around, slide this thing up, and spin it around that axis. We'll fold this back panel back down, and here you can see it loose again right here. And now we'll fold this section up and tuck it in. Next, we'll flip up the knees, separate the legs. Next, we'll handle the arm. Fold this down, back, and around, and then up. Do that on both sides. And there we have New Classics Prime in robot mode. And he is kind of tall. Most notably, one thing I do find is these panels don't sit as flat as the original edition did. I think that is due to the paint, but I can't be 100% sure. It could just be a tolerance issue, because this one fits perfectly flat. This one doesn't. It could be just a little piece of plastic. It's somewhere in the joint. Could be the paint. I don't know. But overall, it does not look bad. So this guy does see some new paint apps. We get rid of the ugly yellow lights up top. They are there molded in, but they're not painted. We get this nice silvery Autobot logo on the side. I would have preferred a full color logo, but because they're using the red on his arm, it doesn't look too terrible. I would have still liked a slightly different color red for his Autobot logo. And he's got these silver apps along with the paint strips red, orange, and yellow that match up pretty closely with the original stickers from the original toy. Unfortunately, my version of this, I did not put the stickers on, so he doesn't have them. Same with the lower feet here, with the green and silver. So those are the most subtle, I guess, paint apps. And then we have the silver on the arms, always nice to see. And, of course, most visually, we have the chrome legs and built area. And they didn't do a perfect job on the paint here on the stomach. You can see a little bit of the bleed through of the red underneath, but it's not bad. So, if I just quickly transform our G1 Prime here into robot mode. This guy go back on my shelf later anyway, so. We have matching silver legs and bumper. So, overall, pretty cool looking. Happy to see this. This goes great with the G1 toy paint job of Grimlock that we saw as a Target exclusive. This is a Toys R Us exclusive. It's available right now on their website. And if you're watching this in the future, look at the date of the video before making a comment. No, it's not. Anyway, I just got this guy in this week. Pretty cool looking. So, I've reviewed most of the molds for this. I have the Classics Optimus Prime mold. I have the Japanese Henkei version. I have the San Diego Comic-Con Nemesis version. And I have the Ultra Magnus version. So I have quite a few of these. Wish I had some of the BotCon ones, but this mold has surprisingly held up well. Okay, so he's got a nice tight joint in the foot, a nice just over 90-degree bend in the knee. He's got a nice joint here in the waist, double hinge joint. He does have a swivel just above the knee, waist swivel included. He does have a joint up here due to transformation, but you can still use it. He has rotating hinged arms, hinge here, ratchet elbows, and these panels do move around if you want to get some extra posability. That is a loose joint here as well. So, weapons. He includes his two weapons that came with his classic mold, with the unpainted rifle, of course. And here he is with my Classics Optimus Prime. Like I've stated before, he's got a lot of chip paint in both modes. Definitely here and up here and on the chest, as well as the arms. This guy was using my stop motion, so he got some damage there. He's also got some wear and tear on the shoulder. So basically this guy is acting as a replacement for this guy on my classic shelf. This guy, because I have that very expensive armor set from Fans Project for this guy, which is currently on the back of the trailer for the G3 trailer, I figure I'll just put this guy inside the armor, because if I have the expensive armor, might as well show it off, right? So, this guy's going inside that. So, comparisons. This came from purple. I wouldn't mind blue, like they used on this guy. Like the Japanese version, they didn't, like the previous US version, they didn't paint the little window, or they didn't use a different color plastic on the little window in the shoulder. But, hey, whatever. It's a nice looking figure. It looks great. I can't say enough good things about it. And definitely in comparison, it definitely looks like G1 Prime. I will say that. It looks fantastic. It's a great update. Just fantastic. So, ranking. What could I possibly rank this guy? Well, funny you should ask. Let's find out as soon as I pull up my spreadsheet. So, this guy received a 8.75, or an 8.8. And that is based on, because he's got a great transformation. Accuracy's not great. He's got these things. Paint apps, they're fairly good. Weapons, they don't really look very classic-y, but again, it's based on the Classics mold. They did a fantastic job. Joints, he got some problems with the joints, obviously. Posability, he has great posability, even with the stiff legs. I mean, just, if you want evidence of that, take a look at my stop motion. I can get this figure in some pretty cool poses. Right. Sturdiness, yeah, he's not going anywhere. Any other issues? Nope. So, an 8.75 or an 8.8 if you'd like to round. Very, very good figure. Highly recommend it. Oh yes, one of the cool things. They did put the light piping, light blue clear plastic in here, which would be awesome. Except they went ahead and actually painted his eyes yellow. Fantastic. Like they did with the original Prime. They painted it yellow. So that's cool. And then they had the silver on the forehead instead of the yellow, which they had on the classics. So, very amazing toy, very amazing paint job. It is going to sit nicely on my 84 shelf here. Right in the middle where the other one was. Sorry if that was too dark to see, but whatever. What else? If you have any questions about this amazing Optimus Prime, please post a comment down below. If you have any comments, concerns, anything else, feel free to message me or post a comment down below, and I will get back to you eventually. It may not be immediately, but as long as YouTube is still sending me notifications, you will eventually get a response. Thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed. Next up is going to be the other part of this pack, which I could care less about, but that's a different story for a different video.